afternoon. So let's just continue with my explanation. So there are three parts as I can summarize these two chapters in one. So that's chapter 3, dynamics. So I guess I've stopped with a tilting body. I mean a tilting ground. If you have a tilted ground, say like this, tilted ground, and then the problem says that you have a let's say you have an object, let's say a box that is resting, not sliding, but resting on that surface. You can see that your normal force would be 90 degrees with the ground or with the inclined plane. So therefore, if you have a free body diagram on this box, it will look like this. You have the weight which is always going down, while your normal force is always 90 degrees. So now you can see that um, the normal force is no longer directly supporting the weight of the box. But if the problem says that it is not accelerating or nor moving, we can expect that another force would be it would be um, as long as there is no other force, okay, because this force is normal force, another one frictional force is not usually given in the problem, not usually given, they are understood. So another one is actually a what we call a frictional force. So if that is not moving, we call that frictional force a static frictional force. If if the box is moving, we call that frictional force a kinetic frictional force. So this is another force. So as I told you, after introducing that forces are vectors, so it will introduce another force. I mean, uh, it will, of course, forces will be involved with computation. You have the usual summations of forces, which is usually composed of these forces: weight, normal force, frictional force, and as you can see from chapter 5, these forces, actually, damo pa ganun pero the actually physics is somewhat, of course, ang mga simple lanay or the basic of it in terms of interaction. So as you can see, your frictional force is summarized into these two. May mga ruling friction pa yun actually, pero it concern lahan book or as of now is the kinetic frictional forces, kinetic friction force and the static. So you can see that the frictional kinetic frictional force and the static frictional force has an has a correspondence or relation relationship with respect to normal forces because both of them are contact forces. Okay? So contact forces, normal force is a contact force which is always 90 degrees, while frictional force is a contact force but always parallel with the plane of contact. So this is the plane of contact, so your frictional force is parallel with it. So Duduat-Ira equation, why? Um, because um, iba at imo, iba at imo iba't imo frictional force with respect to non-moving and moving objects. For example, mapapansin mo nga itong imo anything na heavy object nga gitatry mo pag-move, you push it, mapapansin mo nga mas dako nga force itim kailangan gamiton pag-push kaysa kung magtikang nahiya pagkiwa. And that's it because they're different frictional force. Your frictional force pag duduso mo ito sa nga heavy objects nga naka-angkla o nakapatong ha ground or any surface, mapapansin mo nga pag diri pa ya magkiwa, we call it a static frictional force. Kadakmol. Kadakmol yun eh. Ay, para man ako kadakmol. Um, Ay, static frictional force is actually lesser than or equal to mu of S n. So this n here is a normal force. So that's why they are directly related. So the bigger the normal force, which is the bigger the weight, the bigger the kaya nimo normal force kasi yet na counteract han imo weight usually, 'di ba? Normal force. Labi na kung nagpakapatong. So the bigger the normal force, which is the bigger the weight, the bigger the frictional force. That's why pagduso, kumbaga mabugat siya. Okay? So at least malaksit intindihon. Actually, may dakala ito niya we call it the static frictional force, the mu s. So static frictional force is of course constant ito ya depending on the two bodies, your box and then your let's say your ground. Ito yung mu s actually ito din ira microscopic kay in the micro scale kung imo ito i-zoom in nga da, of course hmm, oh, that contact is somewhat corrugated. Tapos ang imo gihapon may corrugation gihapon ito didaan imo on the molecular level or on the macro or the micro level hagugti na. So ito yung nga mga diri tadong that what makes it um opposing. Samo tiramay dan niya dida force. Pero kung ginduduso mo iya, of course tipak out, let's say this resting on this, maaram kita nga it imo tendency to it is to pull this down. So basically the movement is going down. Basically ha, kay may mga problem ini nga going up ya, kay depende ba may force kang imbutang didi. So, what counteracts usually the going down movement is the Fs, which is you can see that is uh, less than or equal until bagay ito nasa ring until maabot mo ito hiya nga mus ab mus s ab n nga pinaka final. So baga-baga bahin nga dudusukahin ref nga mabugat pag magtikang na iya pagkiwa amit at imo equal na. Ito nga mus of s is equal to mus of s n. That is the equal part. Ibig sabihin talaga, na-range siya from 0 to that nga ma-move na hiya. So that's why may hini nga nasa ring ini. Hini nga imo lesser than. Because that is a ranging frictional force. Na-range siya. Dependehan imo, yan na, labi na pag-push ito nga case. Okay? So, amit gamit hini nga less than or equal mus s of n. Now, if it is already moving, we now equate it to a new mu. Kaya natin kita, mas mahinay actually. Iton imo, o coefficient of kinetic friction n. Tapos, equal na ya din. Kaya permanente na ito ya, depende kung ano ini nga mu sub k. Which can be measured by an imo level, an imo, let's say, ground, kanan imo object nga ada in contact. Sa amin to usalat imo equation or I mean usalat equal la it imo equation for kinetic friction. This one for kinetic friction. Fk is mu of k n. Okay? So those are frictional forces. So ano natin mga forces nga gin-introduce? We have one, we have weight, we have two, another, we have normal force, which is a contact force. And then we have three, which is a frictional force, a contact force but dependent on the movement. So timo normal force, whether it's moving or not, as long na may contact, it's always there. But your force, frictional force, as long as there is a tendency to move or a movement, sakaya nagkakamayada. Kung waray a tendency to move or movement, waray frictional force, of course. Okay? Another force nga you might encounter or is always encountered in this chapter is we call it a tensional force. Madapakitan mga compressional force, mga bearing forces, pero din of course, tensional force is basic. So usually niya ang tensional force sa mga higot. Diba higot? You can stretch a rope and it will makontrahiya. But if you try to ani mo rope imo sugaron, di ba makikita mo nga mabak ulap ya waray strength ha compression. Pero kung metal ito ya may da, whether tensional and compressional. So nakita niyo, but anyway, in the scenario usually wala yung mga metal, which is usually amo nasa ko CA, iyo talaga ini forte because you'll be dealing with this for your subjects, higher subjects. Yan na, is tensional force laan na sa background. So tensional force as usually para la ito itong mga something nakaka-support on tension. Itong ginuunat. So we call it tensional force. Kung may danaton object nga da tapos kimbutangan niya higot, di higbaw, let's say may higot dida. Usually for a free body diagram, ginuutod naton ito dida and then we represent that utod in terms of a tensional force because may daman niya higot. Okay? So that is another force. So I think inilang upat it usual hini nga chapter in terms of force, the weight which is mg, the normal force which is a contact force, the frictional force which is a contact force also but depends on a movement or the tendency to move, and the tensional force which is anything that can support intention. So another concept which is as a tool, di ba? Nasa ako first part is tools. So may nakita free body diagram ito another iti discuss gapiti na nga chapter. So you have to have free body diagrams para ma-analyze nimon mo pa yan mga mga problems. So another one is actually may pa sa and basically the third law of motion. Third law of motion which is the law of action reaction. Action reaction forces. So din hindi diretso na latiya. For example, hindi nga kabutang iton imo tensional force hinididi is tipaigbaw. But as you can see, kung didi, i-represent nimo adi yang higot, let's say may danimo didi wall. May danimo didi wall. Diba? Nakabita ito yang higot, tas ginutod nimo nga da, pag drawing nimo iton free body diagram of your wall with that string, is may danimo tension, tipa ubos. So actually, this is action-reaction forces, pero hindi diretso lang naton. This is, let's say, the tension of, let's say, this is your A, body, animo wall B. Diba? You can say that this is the tension of your A on B. Tension of your A on B. Tapos adi, this is the tension of your B on A. Amo nito concept of the third law of Newton's third law, which is action-reaction forces. F A's on B is equal to negative FB on A. Meaning, ini nga duduha equal, pero mag-opposite in direction. That's why you have that negative there. So, by application, ginihimutan nala ini nga tension. Kay pareho man latera. Pero mapapansin niyo nga kung dependent imo free body diagram, it nga imo tension nagbuburo balik ta ditiya. Because we are actually talking about the action-reaction forces. This T on A, TA on B, and TB on A, which are equal but different direction. Okay? That's one of the application of your third law of motion. Another one is mm, your normal force. Your normal force actually is an action-reaction force of your weight. Kung waray ibang force. Diba? Diri nakatagilid kay kung tumagilid ka may naman nimo force nga going down. Hito nga imo may naman nimo components going down and components on the x and y. Na two dimensional na kasi. So kung one dimensional na hiya, you can see actually that you have a weight here. That is the force of your, let's say this is your body kay ginbubulag ta naman niya, let's say on the ground. This is ground. This is your force of the body on ground, on G. Actually, amo iton may da ma-counter ito dida nga force, which is the force of your G on B, which is a negative direction for that. And we call that actually normal force. In this instance, of course, amo ito't na counter ito dida. So you could just imagine nga, whenever there is a contact, you can represent two forces on that opposite in direction. Basta ginbulag na nimo ang imo bodies. Ito ka importante imo free body diagram kay kung ginbubulag mo na imo body, makikita mo ito ira nga hakaluyo ito nga force iba it ngaran or balik pareho gat kadako magnitude is the same but oppositely directed. Okay? So that's the concept of your third law of third law of motion or third law of Newton's third law which is action reaction forces. So that's the first part, tools in dynamics. So I call it tools in dynamics. Okay, the forces, and the first one is the summations of forces, which is actually the summations of forces, which is actually your resultant forces. So maaari na kaya vector nga forces. So anyway, tapos and then your different forces, which are weight, normal force, frictional force, tensional force, it mga basic hini nga chapter. Of course, may pa yung mga sunod because mga forces damo tira. And then your third law of motion. Okay? The second part to it is actually the second part to it is um the first law. Actually, bagang gin-divide ko lang nira, the first law of motion. The first law of motion, if I go back to kinematics, your first law of motion is the law of inertia. The law of inertia. Amo ito nakasaring ya, a body which is moving at constant velocity will always be in that constant velocity unless an equal and balanced force will act upon it. And a body at rest will always be at rest. Kaya ano? Because the summations of forces is equal to 0. So, aminit imo another group of problems. Or the way I summarize it, itong second part, hini nga dynamics. You have to look at it nga your first law might apply to problems. That is, the summations of forces is equal to 0 because we're dealing with forces. So that's the first one. There are two cases for this which I presented in your kinematics. The first one is the velocity is equal to 0 or no movement at all, and your velocity is equal to a constant. There is a movement but your velocity is always the same. Aminit duha nga case of first law. So ikaw mo kapausa, magsiring na nga ni velocity is constant, may movement, pero your velocity is constant, you can always safely say that your summations of f is equal to 0. Amit yung diri na ibahan iya, o sir, kaya no na-stop man imo auto, kaya may daman imo frictional force. So meaning, the summations of forces is, which is usually an frictional force nimo na oppose nga pag nag-brake ka, of course, ma-counteract itong frictional force nga rat ka leading. Amit iya maukoy. Ito nasa rin kita nga, ma-decelerate or may acceleration which is negative. Ngan amo ito nga case, itong third part. Ini nga second part, aning velocity di rin nagbabago because the summations of forces is equal to 0. It doesn't mean there are no forces, but the summations of forces is equal to 0. So it's a different thing. Diba? Iba iton waray force, ngan may force, pero itira equal, it summation iton, itira ito nga tanan is equal to 0. Ngan amo itot mga case iton mga usually anything. Din niya earth kami daman nira nga tanan mga forces. Iton pull at gravity may nga tanan weight, di ba? So there's always that force. Pero kung diri nakiwa to sa nga butang, it doesn't mean waray force, but we can safely say that the summations of forces is equal to 0. And we can also safely say that with the summations of forces equal to 0, the summations of forces on the x-axis is equal to 0, and the summations of forces on the y-axis is equal to 0. Kay ano mo resultant 0 man gihap. Okay, but it doesn't mean waray force. So amo yung imo first law, which is sakit at problem. Kung yung problem may acceleration or may movement, kung may movement, pwede paghihapon ito ya didiha imo summations of forces equal to 0. Kung waray movement, sirado, klarado ito. Adi kala diditi imo problem. Summations of forces equal to 0, which is the law of the law of equilibrium. Equilibrium yung tawag usually. Kung dealing with forces na. Ano mo kasi Newton's law of inertia is usually di puwede iti ag-apply nimo dito ha gawas iti kalibutan, 'di ba? Puwede ka tira nato lang gigamit basta mga nag-a-analyze sila ng forces nga zero is law of equilibrium. So that is the second part hini nga chapter. And the third part, of course, guess what? Maram na kamo. The second law. The second law of motion, which is um, the law of acceleration. It says that the force is directly proportional with your acceleration. Mula dito timo law of acceleration. Pero ito nga force, they're like a single force because we're dealing with forces, damo. So we say that the summations of forces on a body is equal to um, the mass of the body multiplied by the acceleration of the body. So for a particular body, kaya naka-isolate na ta atong body, we analyze things or bodies or objects. So separate natin ni tira. Tapos if that is accelerating, we can say that the summations of force on that body which is accelerating is equals to its mass multiplied by acceleration. Ganito nga force, pwede pagkapit di may weight. Di ba? Iba lalo ta nga mass. Imagine yung nga weight, pwede niya mg liwat. But again, for the summations of forces, nga tanan na ito, mabangin may niya frictional force, may mga normal force, may mga tensional force, and so on and so forth. Itatong labas sa may acceleration, we have to deal with the second law of motion, which is the summations of force is directly proportional with your acceleration. Amulat yat imo second law. Of course, when I presented the kinematics, there are two cases for this. Two cases, more or less. The first one is the usual, which is acceleration is a constant. Of course, didi, acceleration is equal to zero. That's why it's a law of equilibrium. Kaya waray ka man acceleration, pag zero timo acceleration, itimo summation sa forces is equal to zero. That's why you go to law of equilibrium. Pero kung may ka na acceleration, it una ko consider, of course, when your acceleration is constant. Okay? And if your acceleration is constant, your summations of forces as well is constant. And summations of forces on x is equal to mass times your acceleration on the x. So, pwede a component. So, directly corresponding sa nimo force with respect to acceleration. Okay? And also for your y. Kung may mo summations of forces on y, maybe you're also accelerating on your y. MAY. Amo tiya equation. Now, and next ito nga case which is not usual in this discussion, of course, you can think of it that acceleration may not be constant. I think nakakita akong problem nga acceleration sa constant. So pag suga din you can always safely say that your summations of forces is changing. May dito niya change it imo forces. And that's why your acceleration is not constant because your summations of forces is also not constant. Pag mga sugad yung mga problem, usually ma-apply na nga daan imo nga dito ni acceleration nga may da naka integral. Sa mo kaya kay usually it mga normal or para masayon imagine iton imo mga nahihinabo physics movement. Magi-envision ka as much as possible masusulod laya category 3. Mare-representa yang acceleration is constant. Pag diri nga ni mahuro larom na itong storya which is diri included din nga chapter. Pero ida, of course. Yan na, itaton lang na intindihon that summations of forces is a constant. That's why your acceleration is also constant. And probably magkakasulod na din yan iyo kinematics na lewat nga mga equation. Again, related kasi ra. Nasakay. So I think after makalagpas kita dynamics ito, baga hindi rin agud sugad. Kay maaram naman kitahan whole kinematics and dynamics, the motion and the forces with respect to motion. So bagahin mabalik yan bagang chemistry nala. Aso nga nakakaintindi kita pag-analyze in terms of motion and forces. So amo ito hiya iton dynamics. If I paraphrase or if I summarize this chapter 4 and chapter 5. Okay, thank you. That would be it for chapter 3. So, next is, magpipinansolve na ulit kita in problem. Okay? Reserve your questions and I will answer those for a points. Thank you guys for listening.